So good morning and welcome to Satya's Sunday broadcast. I'm Reverend Ali Benjamin, and it is my great honor, delight, and privilege to be here with the Satya community. We're all about transforming lives, elevating minds, and healing hearts, in that order and other orders. So thank you for being here. I'm so happy to see you. I have a great message today. This is something that I've been so passionate about my whole adult life, and it's prayer. So if you've been following us, you'll know that through the course of 2023, we've been going through the alphabet, starting in January, and now here at the end of August, we're on letter P. And so every week I research a word, I dive into it, I meditate on it, and I just see what wants to come forward. What's the message through this word that I can share with the world to help individuals stay tuned in, stay turned on to their spiritual evolution, and give them support and let them know that we're in this together. And so prayer is a wonderful way of living. It's not just something that we do to beg and beseech some in the sky deity. Prayer is a language we learn. Prayer is the way we move through our lives. So we're going to dive into that today. So let's start with a little meditative moment. If you will, close your outer eyes and take a deep breath. And feel your body relaxing right where you are. Know that there's nowhere else to be. There's nothing else to do other than to simply be here now, in this moment. And it's in this moment that all creation is occurring. All of the things, the experiences are arising right now, in this now moment. And this is where we interact and interface with the oneness, with God, with our essence. And so as we become aware of this, as we start to slow down, become present, become still, become centered, and relax. And so as you become more relaxed and present, simply know that for the next 20 minutes, you will receive some amazing insights to help you right where you are. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're faced with, whatever emotions you've been experiencing, the highs, the lows, all of it, that this message, this download is for you. So as you become receptive and relaxed, move to a place of thanksgiving, gratitude for your life, for all that you have and all that you are, and the love that surrounds you every day. Take a moment to acknowledge it, to thank it, to thank yourself, and to trust and know that all is unfolding in divine right order, divine right timing, right now. All is well, all is good. Take a breath and open your eyes. And welcome back. Welcome back. So prayer is something that I've been exquisitely focused on since I was in my 20s. It's been a long time. I'm 61 now. And when I first discovered science of mind and spirit, new thoughts, metaphysics, I was in my 20s and I was struggling. I had gone through a divorce. I had 3 children. I was alone. And I was really in a desperate place of needing answers, of needing to understand who I was and how my life had got so topsy-turvy. And so I was really in a seeking place, and I was living in San Diego County, and I, through a series of synchronicities and invitations from various different people, as I was in Al-Anon at the time, and I was really on this healing path, I was led to a spiritual center in Vista, just outside of Oceanside in Carlsbad. And there was I think it was called the Church of Religious Science, the Vista Church of Religious Science. And this it wasn't your typical church. It was more of a spiritual community that gathered there every Sunday. And I took my little ones, my little steps. I had a 2, a 4, and a 5-year-old at the time. And we went, and I immediately, walking through the doors, listening to the music and the message and the spiritual principles that the leader was sharing, I immediately felt that I was at home. I felt that that person was speaking truth. It turned something on within me. It gave me hope, it gave me direction, and it gave me a sense of belonging. Not belonging in a restricted kind of small way, but belonging to the universe. Like I felt for my entire younger years that I really didn't belong, that maybe I'd been born onto the wrong planet. And somehow, and it wasn't just that one day, it was sort of over the course of the next couple of years, as I enrolled in classes, as I started to do personal growth work with the help of Louise Hay and the book, this thing called, what was it called? You Can Heal Your Life. I began to really get my stride and develop myself as an empowered woman. And that's where I started practicing prayer as a way of life. And so I'm going to share with you the wisdom that I have gleaned over the course of the last 30 years as I've been studying metaphysics, science of mind and spirit, and what I call spiritual mind treatment. It's another word for prayer. Powerful prayer, affirmative prayer that gets results. So it's not just something that we do on occasion. It's a shifting consciousness. It's a shifting consciousness where we feel absolutely inspired to direct our focus of attention, to embody our higher self, and to call upon some of the amazing faculties of our mind, our imagination, our intuition, our wisdom, to harness the energy of our mind, direct it in the direction of what we want to see in and as our life. You can call it your vision, you can call it your prayer, you can call it a dream. So once you have an understanding of the incredible power of the mind, once you have an understanding of the importance of establishing, knowing what your dream, your vision, your prayer is, and then consciously channeling your energy and attention and your intention and attention towards that prayer, that vision, that dream, then you start to live what I call consciously, living consciously, living by design. Before I understood these practices and principles, I was living by default. I was feeling victimized, that life was happening to me. It hadn't occurred to me that I could actually harness my mind, harness my actions, my behaviors in response to what I really wanted to see, who I really wanted to be. And so it was an amazing time in my life. And the people I spent time with, and this is really key, it's very important to surround yourself with individuals that have this ability, that are on the self-improvement, self-development, awakening path. They're evolutionary pioneers. They have an understanding that now is the time and we are the ones. It's important to surround ourselves with that consciousness, with that type of consciousness. And you'll begin to see as you shift, and we all kind of sometimes slip out of this awareness, and we slip into sort of victim consciousness, but we need to stay on course and surround ourselves with individuals that carry the same frequency, the same vibration, the frequency of, yes, I know who I am in truth. Yes, I know what I'm here to be and do in truth. And what is that? Who are you here to be? And what are you here to do? You're here to bring forth the energy of love and gratitude. You're here to be a beneficial presence on the planet. So that is a frequency. It's a vibration. And when you surround yourself with individuals like that, you'll begin to see your life changes. You begin to move out of victim consciousness more quickly. Things will happen to you that are unfortunate. Things will happen to you that you don't want. Things won't go your way all the time, but you'll be able to catch yourself and get back on track more quickly. So I want to share the word prayer as an acronym with you to help you to understand the enormous power that you have once you wake up, once you take responsibility for what you're experiencing in your life. You can use this acronym, PRAYER, as a way of staying right at the very leading edge of your own evolution, right at the very leading edge of this co-created experience that we're all having. So here we go. So P stands for pause. Pause and become present. Now, we do this when we're praying, whether it's the old school prayer where you get down on your knees and put your hands together and beseech some God in the sky. It's the same kind of thing that we learned as little ones. If you're came from the Christian tradition, we understood that we have to pause, we have to close our eyes and become present. Well, now in the metaphysical version of prayer, in this awakened, evolutionary, spiritual warrior prayer, we pause. We become present to the now moment. Because like I said at the beginning, the now moment is the point of creation. The now moment is where we commune with the God of our understanding. You call it universe, you can call it divine intelligence, you can call it whatever you want. I call it God because that's such a big word and it encompasses everything. So we pause and we become present to God. We become present to the love that is within us. So it's within this pause, it's within this presence that we drop down, we take that journey from the thinking mind down into the heart center. Why is it important to present ourselves in the heart? Because I believe the heart chakra, this chakra that bridges the lower three chakras with the upper three, when we presence ourselves here, it's how we open up our energy, we open up our consciousness, and we start to communicate. I don't mean necessarily through the audible word. We start to communicate, speak the language of love. We open up ourselves to the matrix, to the oneness. We start to speak the language that the universe, that God speaks. So the universe doesn't necessarily only speak in English. It speaks every language, right? Every language from every continent on this planet. God, the universe, understands beyond the audible spoken word, the language. The universe responds more dynamically with the vibration of love and appreciation that is when we're heart-centered, when we're soul-centered, we're at the seat of our soul, which is, you can visualize it as a beautiful spinning vortex of green energy that's emanating from the heart center. You get there and you start to presence yourself in love. Are you getting this? So you pause and you become present and allow yourself to posture in to this powerful thing that you're doing. You are in the process, the activity of praying, speaking to God, having a communication. You're communing with God through the language of love, through the consciousness of oneness. Okay, so now we move to the next letter, R. We remember who and what we truly are. We are individual divine emanations of the One. You are a child of the universe. You are a child of the divine. That makes you worthy. You are worthy of receiving all the good that the universe, that God, that life has. And when we remember this, we open ourselves up to receive. And it's in this remembering who we are that we let go of anything that's saying we're not enough. We forgive ourselves for the past. We forgive ourselves and others for anything that's occurred so far. So we are in this place of remembering who we are as children of God, absolutely worthy of receiving this amazing thing called life. And so we expand our ability to receive as we remember who we truly are, worthy of being here, worthy of receiving, worthy of asking. So we begin to poise ourselves, posture ourselves in this place of receiving by remembering. Then we go to the next letter, P-R-A. We accept everything as is. It's extremely important to this step of accepting is how we receive. Because when we've got resistance, when we're not accepting life as is, when we're saying this is wrong, that's not right, I deserve more, why do they have that? When we're not accepting things as they are, we then block the flow of being able to receive. Because prayer is think of a figure eight, this infinity symbol. Prayer is a movement of give, receive. And if we're not accepting everything as is, then we're blocking the flow. We're in essence bringing in a vibration of energy that's stopping the flow. It's saying, in essence, things aren't right. Things should be different. I don't agree with what's occurring. Why is this happening? We are putting doubt in the way of our receptivity. So we have to accept everything as is. It doesn't mean we agree with everything. It's that we become at peace with the way things are. We become at peace with reality. Just stay with this, because this is where a lot of people get trapped, get stuck, because that ego mind says, yeah, but it's not fair. This shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be happening. How come people are dying? How come people are getting ill? When we accept everything as is, we're trusting God. We're trusting the universal flow. And more importantly, we're learning how to consciously pray, connect, commune through our ability to pause, remember, and accept. So we accept it all. And then the letter Y. We yoke ourselves to the divine intelligence. Now, yoga is a beautiful practice. It's a beautiful science. And when we understand yoga as a yoking to the divine, we're yoking ourselves to the divine mind, to that divine flow of wisdom and intelligence that is the broader mind, the mind of the universe, the divine mind that we have constant access to, that's beyond our little mind, our ego mind, that has all kinds of opinions and thoughts that can be very helpful. But here we're putting the ego mind on hold for a moment as we're embracing, as we're opening up, we're yoking to the divine mind, the universal intelligence, and we're saying, yes, flow through me. Flow through me. The mind that was in Jesus, the mind that was in Buddha, the mind that was in all of those sages and those luminaries that had a connection, that knew this language of prayer very, very well as a movement, a way of being in life. We become yoked to that divine mind and we let it flow. And all of a sudden, downloads, inspirations. We're beginning to get ideas. We're beginning to see with the eye beyond the eye. We start to hear with the ear beyond the ear. We get to somehow receive greater information, intelligence, awareness around what's ours to do, who we're here to be, what direction to go in as we start to yoke to this higher intelligence. The next letter is E, P-R-A-Y-E. We get to energize our prayer. So we activate love and we activate gratitude. That's how we energize our prayer, because we're about to pray. We're about to make a declaration, an affirmative statement about who we are, where we're headed, why we're going there. And we're about to press into this divine mind our vision, our dream, and our prayer. So we activate it with love. Where's that? In the heart. We begin to get back into that heart space. We start to energize the words that we're about to say, the thoughts that we're about to have. We energize it with love and gratitude, because energy flows where our attention goes. So we start to get exquisitely tuned in to what we're about to say, meaning our prayer. We get to start to focus love and energy and gratitude into what we're about to say. And so this is where prayer starts. P-R-A-Y-E-R. We realize our intentions. So what is your prayer? Who is it you want to be in the world? What is your highest ideal of who you want to be and how you want to be? What would you love to see in your life in terms of beauty and joy and caring and creativity? How do you want to spend your days? Who do you want to spend your time with? How do you want to create your life? How do you want to organize the things you do, your behaviors, your energy, your activities, your interactions with others, and start to visualize this? You start to realize it in real time. Remember, you're paused, you're ready, you know who you are, you've activated love, you've yoked to the divine mind, and now you're imagining. You're calling upon your imagination to see what it would be like. You picture yourself living that life, having that experience, whatever your prayer is. Maybe you're praying for someone else's health. You visualize them healing. You visualize them having fun and enjoying their life, healing their bodies, healing their relationships. If you're praying for yourself, if you're praying for someone else, if you're praying for the world, you start to see it, realize it in real time. You start to feel what that would be like. And this is how we realize our prayer. We start to see it, we start to feel it, and then we let it go. We release it. We just trust and know that we have imprinted into the divine mind, into the heart of God. We've imprinted our vision, our prayer, what we want to be, who we want to be, how we want to feel, what we want others to experience, and we start to bring it alive. This is how we co-create a world that works for everyone. You have a more beautiful world, a more beautiful experience, the one that your hearts know is possible. You get to bring it into life. You get to realize it, and then you get to share it with everyone else. So this is my prayer. This is my dream, my vision for all of us, that we learn this language. If you'd like to know more about it, DM me. We've got a practitioner prayer team. We've got individuals that can support you in understanding how to pray, and they'll pray with you until you get it for yourself. So outreach to us. We'll line you up with someone that can support you and help you. If you're trying to overcome a challenge, we've got you back. If you've got a great thing that you're working on, a project, a new job, a new idea, we've got your back. Don't hesitate. You've got a community here. We're here for you. I'm here for you. I love you. I support you. I see who you truly are, and you are worth every goodness that there is. I love you. If you've enjoyed this and you'd like to support us with your donations, you can go to Venmo, Satya Center. You can also go to our website, satyalive.org, and you can share your gifts, because your donation gives legs, gives wings to our vision of inspiring minds, healing hearts, and transforming lives. So thank you. I love you. Please don't hesitate to outreach to us. I'm going to end in a prayer here. So here we go. We're going right into recognizing the one power, the one presence, the omniscience, the omnipotence, the omnipotence that is the all-knowing, the all-wise, ever-present, all-powerful God essence that's occurring everywhere present, right here, right where I am, right where we are. There is only one. And as we settle in, as we unite in this oneness, we speak our word today for peace and love and joy and beauty. We speak our word for this amazing life that we all get to participate in. Life is so good. Let us harness our energy and let us do good works in the world. Let us use our incredible mind and imagination and our hands to bring forth the kingdom of God in real time. So I trust and know that everything and every one of it have been uplifted by this message, by this collective, this community prayer, this energy that we've created today, just by being centered, being together. Let us know that we've done goodness here just through our intention. Thank you, God. Thank you, life. I release this prayer into the hands that know the how. Peace and blessings. Mwah. And so it is.